Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I am doing a review of We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. So this has been on my TBR for a really long time and I'm glad that I finally got to it. In this we follow Zafira, who is known as the Hunter. However, no one knows that the Hunter is actually a girl, and she got this nickname because she has the ability to travel through this magical forest called the Ars. She's been going there hunting and has been helping feed her village for a really long time. We also follow Nasir, who is known as the Prince of Death. He is the crown prince as well as Arabia's greatest assassin. The two of them end up on a journey together where they're sent to this island to try to retrieve an ancient book that will restore magic to the land, and we follow them from there. I thought the history of this magic system was really interesting. There were some things with the characters that I didn't love, and I thought that would have an impact on my rating. However, I am a sucker for a good plot twist, and there were at least 4. Some of them I predicted, some of them I didn't, but because I love that part of it so much, I kind of just ignored all the other things, and I ended up rating this 4 stars. So I would recommend this to anyone who enjoys a little bit of romance in their fantasy. Particularly, this one is hate to love. There's also a bit of a found family vibe and dual perspectives. If you have not yet read We Hunt the Flame but would like to, this is your official spoiler warning. As always, we'll start with the characters, starting with Zafira. I do like her a lot. I liked the scene where they're on the ship and she reveals to everyone that she is a girl, knowing that the person that sent her on this journey isn't going to like that. I thought that was really cool. Nasir, I want to like him. I think he's a little in his head too much about how like having feelings is weakness. You're human, you're gonna have feelings. Well, half human, I guess. But still, like, having feelings is totally normal. You're not exempt from that just because you're an assassin. The two of them though, like, I get it, but if y'all could stop making out when you're in danger, when you have a mission to complete, that would be nice, okay? Just saying, just throwing that one out there. I like the little bit of Dean that we got. I liked him for Zafira, but as it was revealed, it was very clear that she didn't love him back. I think she was just going to agree to marry him because she felt like it was the thing that she needed to do, which honestly makes me feel really bad for Dean, but now he's dead and that opened the pathway for Nasir, so I guess that had to happen. I also like Yasmin. I'm interested to see their reunion whenever that happens. I'm only about 3 chapters into We Free the Stars and it hasn't happened yet, so I'll be looking forward to that. I think Altair is kind of funny. He's kind of like the comedic relief with everything that's going on. Like, yeah, he annoys the fuck out of Nasir, but Nasir is just intentionally being grumpy, it seems, so I think he does it on purpose, and I kind of don't mind that. Honestly, I feel a little indifferent about Kifa and Benjamin. I don't know why. I don't know. I think maybe, hopefully, I'll develop actual feelings, at least towards Kifa at this point, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't love them. I feel like we just didn't get enough of them for me to actually form an opinion or establish an attachment to them. So we'll see if that changes, at least with Kiva, since she's still alive. So a couple of things that I didn't like about this were I thought the writing was really redundant. Like, there are certain parts where she'll repeat the same word 3 times and it just got really annoying. I did a blended read of this, so I was following along while listening to the audiobook, and it really irked me every time it happened. I just rolled my eyes, and I feel like it happened so often. I was also a little annoyed by the romance, as I mentioned before. Just like, time and place. You're on a weird island, things are attacking you, like, now is not the time or the place. Figure it out later. Also, Dean has been dead for like a hot second. Just saying. So while I did find the magic system really interesting, it's also a little confusing. And I don't know if that's just me or if I wasn't paying close enough attention or what, but I'm hoping to get a little bit more clarity from the second book and kind of reinforce things that I remember from the first one and be like, oh, okay, that's where that comes in, that's where that makes sense, got it. So hopefully that happens. I was also a little annoyed with Zafira at one point. She's grieving over Dean, but she just randomly makes the assumption that Nasir knows nothing about loss, and you know nothing about him. So I don't understand why you're making that assumption. It was just like really immature and just stupid. Like, there was no reason for it. On the other hand, the thing that I did like was the plot twist, and there were quite a few, which I love. So I had a feeling that there was something between Nasir and Altair. I don't know why, I just had a feeling there was something that Zafira said. She was having a conversation with him and she was like, oh, like you care about Nasir, and he was like, whatever. And I kind of felt then that there was something between them. I didn't think that they were going to share the same mother though. I thought maybe like he would have been like a bastard child of the Sultan. So finding out that they were actually brothers, okay, good one, but I felt it coming. I also picked up on the fact that Altair was the son of the lion, and I only picked up on that because the Silver Witch said something about having him in secret, and I was like, why? And then I was like, oh, well, okay, that makes sense. The two that I was not able to predict were the Silver Witch being one of the 6 sisters, which I guess if I think about it, like in retrospect, that does make sense. Second one though was her being their mother, because I wouldn't have expected her to fake her death like that. Those two were interesting. Anything about the Silver Witch, I guess I couldn't figure that part out, but those were some pretty good plot twists and I appreciate them. And then on the last page, Altair addressing the lion and calling him father, that was a good reveal and a good cliffhanger too. I feel like Altair is gonna be mad at them for leaving him. I don't know if he thinks they did it on purpose, so I hope that they explained to him that it was not intentional and that when they realized he was gone, they did try to look for him. I feel like he's gonna be mad about that. I mean, rightfully so, but we'll see. So as of right now, my questions for the second book are, how is the reunion between Zafira and Yasmin gonna happen? Because in the epilogue, we got to see Yasmin, her husband, and the Sultan's men came and attacked the village right after Zafira left. So we'll have to see that. I wonder if the Silver Witch will face the Sultan and reveal that she has been alive this entire time. I wonder if that would happen or if that would change anything. I also want to know if Nasir is gonna dethrone him. I feel like he should. I'm hoping that happens. And then the last thing is, how are they gonna get Altair back? Or when's the next time they're gonna see him? I'm hoping that part happens sooner rather than later. Like I said, I'm only 3 chapters in, so nothing has really happened at this point, but I'm excited to finish this duology and I'm excited for her next book, which I guess is coming out next year. All right, so those are all of my thoughts on We Hunt the Flame. Let me know if you have read this and its sequel or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today and I'll see you in the next video. What is that?